Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to the NoSkill podcast. My name is Siegeland, and here I have my esteemed co-hosts of DJ,
Hi.
Fraser,
What's going on?
Mikey,
Oh,
and Brandon, the COD montage man himself, DRavo. How you doing?
All right, I'm doing good.
Yeah, so how we all doing today, boys? It's been a busy day.
I've had a busy week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those.
Oh yeah.
But hey, we're here. We made it happen, and that's what matters.
hmm
We totally didn't miss last recording session. That did not happen at all.
Pay no attention to that audience
No.
by
No-
the powers of editing.
Anyways, not talking about how DJ almost got COVID. What's the topic for today, boys?
God, I hate you.
especially
that-
since the
that-
doctor said, "Come here, we need to talk," before he told you didn't have it.
Yeah.
Asshole.
As he slowly puts on the latex gloves.
Anyway, before we start talking about my medical problems, anime. We all know it. We all watch it. We all love it. Some of us more than others. Boys.
What does that mean?
Well,
Are you
some of us
insinuating
have
something?
anime waifu wraps on their cars.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
In his defense, Fraser's is a man.
That is true.
Wait.
It's not a waifu rap. It could be though.
Flex
Depending on
comment.
who you ask.
She's got the
it is a
husbandu
waifu
wrap.
There.
Yeah. No, it's actually not on my car yet. That's gonna happen in September.
But you did have, like, I remember you sending me pictures on Messenger of, like, you like sticker bombed the shit out of your dash.
Oh no. So the dash is Mikey. The A pillars, like the very front pillars, those are me. And then yeah, I do have some very lewd ones on the back of my on my back window.
My man straight up has
minor-
titties on the back of his car.
Yeah.
Minor addendum to that.
Dude, he's doing God's
Mike.
work out here. This way at a red light, the person behind him has something to look at.
Oh, dude, I will look at my rear mirror every so often. I'll see people just pointing and like taking pictures of it.
That's like the best / creepiest
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Just like randomly people taking pictures, and you're just like, what in the? Are
Dude,
you looking?
okay.
Oh, never mind.
So my other car that I used to have, the Camry that had like the actual hood wrap and the one that I sent you with the hood wrap and the side stickers.
Yeah.
I was sitting in a Rayleigh's parking lot one time, and I was getting money from an ATM, and I see this dude start punching like his girlfriend on the side as they're driving. I think like, stop the car. He like gets out, takes the picture. He's like, okay, we're good. She looks pissed. He gets around to the other side of my car and has a different sticker on the like wrap on the other side. He starts hitting his girlfriend again. Does that? She got to the point where she's like, if you hit me one more time, I swear to God, I'm just taking off without you. She looked pissed.
This is one photo op away from being domestic abuse.
Pretty much. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't.
Like, stop the car!
No, literally, that's what it was. It literally was him just full arm swinging from the passenger. You know, like when like someone doesn't stop the car when they get to like a stop sign or a red light, and you kind of like just throw your arm across to hit them. That's what he was doing.
Because it's an attraction, something that stands out that not everybody gets to see. Because again, for some reason, even though I love the fact that anime culture is starting to become more, I guess you could say, normalized.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
especially
it
when,
definitely is.
when
Very
we all
much
started
so.
watching anime, it was like if you were watching anime, and I'm not talking your standard, Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. If you were watching anime, people were just
You
like,
were going
you're
to third-party websites on the internet, hoping you didn't get a virus from it.
like, oh, you're one of
You're
them.
You too.
that was a
Looking
big
at 480, part 1, part 2, part 3's up.
I
Yeah.
remember watching anime in 7 parts. That was crazy.
Oh my god.
This is-
You still
You
remember like
still out there still doing that. It's 2021. Grow the
It
fuck
re-
up.
yeah.
It really is like
grow,
that still.
grow up, get Crunchyroll or get Funimation or go on Anime Planet. It's there for you.
Just bum off your friend's Crunchyroll or keep having them send you the 2-week trials that they always send out.
Oh yeah. Or you know what? Even then, Crunchyroll is free. You just have to deal with ads and what is it? Ads, and you don't get the newest episodes right when they release. You have to wait a week.
Eh.
Wait, is Crunchyroll fully free?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
it-
it's
it-
free
it's-
with ads.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I
free
thought it
with
was gonna be
ads.
like
Some shows are premium exclusive.
Yeah,
that's
some
what I
shows
that's
you
what I
need
was
to pay.
that's what I
Yeah,
was getting at.
okay.
Because I know with
I wasn't
Funimation,
watching for
because I know with
Avengers
Funimation
anyways.
you have to. God damn it.
Oh, DJ.
Because I know with Funimation
Go,
you have
DJ.
to. It's free, but there's certain episodes and certain series that you have to have a subscription for. Like with Black Clover, you have to have a subscription to watch every episode.
Yo, let's start with that. Black Clover fucking sucks. I said it.
I think it's alright. It's a pretty good show.
It could be better if they didn't have us screaming incoherently every other fucking syllable.
I appreciate it because that's part of his that's a part of his character and who he is. He's driven and he's
The
Out.
same
But he's
character.
screaming at stuff that's not even part of like his character, like that he needs to be screaming at. That's my issue with it.
and that's his yin, and then his yang is Yuno, very soft spoken, very quiet, very low key. So right there you have a mashup of two characters that balance each other out, loud and boisterous, and fucking not.
They're the two main characters, the worst characters in that series.
Seriously though.
Yeah.
Side
Honestly.
characters be hit different. They are some top tier side
Yeah.
characters.
They do have like such good personality in Black Clover. Like I love the delivery of like this is this like they actually went in depth about this character's past and who they were and how they became to be who they are, while still maintaining the entertainment factor. Because for me, I like action anime mainly. I want to see people punching and kicking each other or like skewering each other with swords.
I feel
Need
that.
to watch Kengan Ashura.
You do need.
Oh, seriously, you would love that.
You guys would
Like, I'm not
definitely
much of
have
a
to
fighting anime type person, but that one hit really well.
Here's a good
Amazing.
one. What was everybody's like besides the mainstreams? What was everybody's like first genuine anime that got you into the culture?
We've been.
Well, mine was a mainstream one, which was Bleach, but
We've been through it, but Adrian still doesn't
Yeah.
have an answer.
I.
Oh
like
yeah,
I said, all I remember is I started Bleach on like episode 43. I remember it very vividly because the quality was terrible. It was like 480p, and it was blue letters on a black background with like prison font. I remember that.
God,
very
you
vividly.
went. Was that the YouTube one?
No, you know how like back in the day they used to have like Bleach and then it like in impact font and then it said the number of the episode like when the episode started.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
God,
I remember that
yes.
very vividly. It was like in the 40s. I know that for a fact. So if I had to guess, I would say either that or early Naruto.
I forgot I asked that a couple episodes ago.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. But if we're gonna at least answer it, I'm gonna say Naruto back when it was on Adult Swim, like right before I would say anime become like this big mainstream thing that everyone watched. Like it was on Adult
you
Swim
get on,
of
like-
all places.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
I remember
shit.
that. Trying to stay up that late.
Freaking have to we watch one episode, get on a cliffhanger, and had to wait a whole week to see the next one. Hell yeah!
And then sometimes they had weird specials that would make the schedule get pushed back a week or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun trying to keep up with that. After
Oh,
a
yeah,
while,
especially in the
I
days.
gave up, and just as soon as I was given access to like Hulu or something that has the whole series from Naruto to Shippuden, like final episode, I was like, okay, yeah, now I'm gonna watch it in full.
That is
I
one of
just
those.
did that with Dragon Ball. With Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
That's not
Oh, I've
Dragon
seen-
Ball Z.
Every episode since the air date.
Oh, so am I. Remember when they were like releasing them episodic on Cartoon Network, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, he still has his hands in the air. Just drop the spirit bomb already. How many more episodes are gonna go by?
But do you
Yeah, that's like 90% of the show is just Goku powering up for like infinite like amount of episodes.
DJ,
Yes.
how hype were you when you were watching like Samurai Jack or something and you saw the commercial that said airing on next week's special Dragon Ball GT the movie or like Io
Dude.
Broly? Oh man, I was when we
Bio
made
Broly.
plans, get the cousins together, stay up till like 4 a.m. watching anime.
That was like the one thing that no matter what, even though I like as a child, unless it's my mom asking me to go do something, and even then I'm gonna try my best to come up with an excuse to put it off. When it came down time for the new episode of Dragon Ball anything, I was gonna sit down and not move a fucking muscle for that entire half hour. I wanted to watch this. There was times my mom was just like, "Hey, get in here and clean the dishes." I can't. I broke my foot. You broke your foot. Why are you coughing? I kicked up dust when I broke it.
Is that not how it works?
Any
It is now.
excuse to watch Dragon Ball. That was my favorite series growing up.
It's pretty
Because
good.
it was action packed. People just punching each other. People flying. Blue beams coming out of people's hands. That weird dude that looks like a tumor. We call him Frieza.
I thought you were thinking of a totally different
I
character.
thought you were thinking of the door, yeah.
I was thinking of Bobbity.
No,
Oh yeah.
No, Freezer when he takes off his armor, when he powered up, and he just had the fucking purple orbs on his shoulders and head. Like, dude,
You're gonna have
that's
to
a
be
tumor.
A little more specific than that. Is it the one that looks like an xenomorph?
Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
Oh, level 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. That one was just weird.
I thought the whole like powering up with different forms was cool because I was tired
I
of
thought that
just
was
like,
awesome.
okay, his hair's a different color now. That's
Yeah, no. I thought it was cool. It's just like the xenomorph one just looked weird to me.
loved it.
They went like back to normal after
I
that.
thought it was awesome.
I just love all the elements that they incorporated into it. Like, it wasn't just fighting. There was personality behind all the characters, and then even some of the villains that you saw were honestly some of the most iconic villains I could ever imagine when it comes to an action anime. Like when it comes to DBZ by itself, what was everybody's favorite villain?
Broly.
Yeah, Broly would be one of them. I would think if we're going with just the show and not the movies, it would be Cell.
I
Sounds
love the
good
Cell
one.
Saga.
God, I hate Cell.
I know you do.
Hey,
Maybe that's like a good villain though. I genuinely hate him.
Yeah, that's how you know he's a good villain. It's like, I love the show, but god damn it, do I want this dude to lose?
but that's what makes him stand out. Is like you as a person, you genuinely started having dislike for him on screen. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat me in a fight. I won't destroy your planet. It's that easy.
Show me what you got.
Jesus.
I think
Terrible.
for
I'm
me,
not
I'd
proud
have
of
to, I'd have to say Fat Majin Buu, just because he was funny.
And I did like that they brought him back. Like they were like, yeah, we don't like the Majin Boos that we created afterwards, so we're just gonna bring back the fat one.
You
Who was
can't
like
Kid
a
Buu
child,
with
like-
the shit. You want a brutal villain?
Kid Buu was
is your
insane.
brutal
Oh,
villain.
Kid Buu was insane.
Yeah.
Oh, you throwing hands at the line of sight right there. He has no questions. It's just you, motherfucker. It's on.
But I just like Fat Majin Buu because he was simple: fly around, turn people into chocolate, eat them, and then gain their powers.
I did like how Kid Buu came about from the regular Majin Buu, just because it was like, oh, well, you guys basically removed all his everyone that was like, what was it, reducing his power or blocking his power. Now that you guys got rid of it, yeah, now you're all fucked. Because his thing was that the reason he was Fat Majin Buu was because he had absorbed the other Kais, the Supreme Kais, and the more he got beat up, the less restraint they had on him.
I mean, I'd still say he was adorable. He was cute.
Oh, I love him.
The entire series involving Boo was just nuts. From start to finish, it was insane.
Yeah,
But now
we
I'm
gotta
wanting
be
to-
honest, that arc was kind of dog shit.
A little.
A little bit.
Just
But
a little
man,
bit.
it was good. But it was good. It was good shit.
Next to Majin Buu, I think I like the the parody that Dragon Ball Z incorporated when making fun of Sailor Moon when they made is it Ginyu Force or Ginyu Force? I need
How
to get
dare
everybody
you
to
say
say
it.
it's parody? No,
I've heard both.
Ginyu Force is its own thing, and they're much better. How dare you?
Oh, that they were making fun. It was proven
Nope,
that they were making
nope,
fun of Sailor Moon.
Nope. No, I don't care. They're their own thing. I don't want to hear it.
Adrian's
Nice.
spoken. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
Captain
There's nothing else.
Main in the party.
It's
in
like,
case
shut-
everybody didn't know.
What?
Yo, at one point in time on Xbox, I was the number 13 Ginyu in US West Coast.
On what?
Dragon Ball
fighting?
Fighters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I keep
Adrian-
forgetting.
Granted, it only took me like a month to do that because no one fucking played Ginyu at the time. That was me.
We were disrespectful with Ginyu.
I was.
Oh
I
God.
no comment.
He would announce what move he was going to do to other players, and then he would still catch him with it.
It's almost like I have 4. Anyways,
Like, literally 4 moves, guys.
I just play
I-
like that. I'm a menace to play fighting games with. I'll commentate myself.
Yeah, I remember sitting in many Xbox Live parties while you're playing, and I have whatever I'm watching paused. I'm like,
Oh,
you know what?
that's
I
true,
can
you
watch
are.
this later.
That is true. I forget you are in the party sometimes when I play with Moog.
Like, I'm watching something on TV, and then I'm like, okay, Adrian's starting to go off. He's starting to pop off. Let me just pause this. Turn up party chat. I need to pay attention to this. Oh, shit, I should have grabbed a snack. We're going to be in here for the long run.
We do play sets of 5, so not best of 5.
So I'm like,
Yeah,
we're just going to run to the kitchen, grab some chips, and I'm going to listen to this man commentate himself.
Yeah,
I think my
do
favorite
feel
of
like that.
hey Moog, you better block, and he doesn't. He never does. He just gets pushed into a wall every single time.
I don't know how long it takes people to realize that I always do the same round start. I never mix it up.
Yeah, what
Like,
is
why
it
would I?
that you call that you said you do? Like straight off rip, you just like jump kick somebody or something?
It depends on the character. If I'm playing Videl, I'm 2Ming, or I'm kick flipping. If I'm playing, I really only I just play Videl. I'm gonna be honest. I just play Videl. I know there's 2 other characters on my team, but it's really, it's Videl and Cooler, because Cooler's a fucking G and he's canon. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, it's one of those tag team games where you have multiple
It's
fighters.
Marvel. It's NBC 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really all it is.
Okay,
NBC 2 is better, but
because the
we ain't
last
gonna talk about that.
DBZ game that I played was Xenoverse 1.
Yeah, we
Then-
don't talk. I don't talk about this.
Yeah, no, the last one I played was Tenkaichi 3.
Well, that's a banger.
Dude,
Yeah.
Still got it.
dude, Xenoverse
Yep.
1 was a fucking joke just because the very first real fight that you can get into, if you spam it, where you're fighting Yamcha and Tien, there was a 2% chance that you'll get a Dragon Ball drop, and I just did that one over and over and over again until I got all 7 Dragon Balls, made my wish, and I'm like, okay, never mind. This game is boring.
Yeah, I do be like that.
Oh, man,
What?
I know we really shouldn't. But do we want to talk about anime games for like a brief moment? Because
Yeah.
because part of the natural progression of being an anime fan is like, man, I wonder if there's like video games of this shit, because I've played several of them and they're not always great. Some of them,
Oh no, they're not.
bangers.
Yeah. I would argue
I
that
know
the Gun
that.
Gale, was it the Gun Gale Online? Or what was the Sword
Sword
Art
Art
game that we played?
Phantom.
Bullet.
Oh wait, yeah.
Phantom Bullet, there we go.
No.
Fatal Bullet, Phantom
Fatal
Bullet's the
Bullet.
anime.
Yeah, that's true. It's like Fatal Bullet. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
I love that one. I still
Which
get
is
on
funny
and play
because
it when
everyone
I'm
tells
downtime.
me it's terrible, and I'm like, you suck.
It's like it's a good goofy like light shooter if you really want to do that.
It's a
It's an
yeah, I
open
enjoy
world
it.
third-person shooter with a dating sim and a custom waifu emulator. Like,
Yo, give me a kill in a swimsuit. I
Yeah,
want
dude,
that.
it's
fun
better.
about
Hey,
it.
guys, if anyone thinks it's better than Mass Effect, they're wrong.
it
I
was
don't know
Mass
who you were
Effect
talking
before
to,
Mass
but okay.
Anime Mass Effect.
Effect. Jesus.
I-
Okay.
I'm trying to really recall like all the anime.
So I was
games
just trying to
played.
get a reaction out of you, Mikey.
So that one's fun because it does have a lot of single player playability, but the multiplayer is kind of limited. I do like the anime fighting games like Jump Force, any of the Naruto series. Those are fun games to play with your friends. They're just over the top. The commands are simple. Anybody could jump in and learn. And the only thing I wouldn't advise doing is sitting down at like a convention and playing with people without any practice, because then you're gonna run into some real fucking like fighting games and live players.
No comment.
That's
Yeah,
like any convention or
Yeah,
tournament.
we got
It's
one
like,
of them in here.
Like
I-
that-
I-
Yeah, but wouldn't expect it at like for a game for okay. How do I say this without sounding like a total asshole? For a 4-button fighter, you're committing to it. You literally have dash, attack, charge, and projectile, and
Oh,
block
are we
and
talking about
substitution.
the game?
And that's how they all are. Tell me, any Naruto game from the early to mid 2000s isn't the same as Jump Force.
Okay, yeah, we can agree on that. That being said,
Yeah,
I
that
still
Jump
think
Force is
Naruto
basically
better.
just an update version of that.
No,
Like,
it's a DJ.
No.
Like I wanted to play Jump Force, but somebody, I think it was my old roommate. He told me I shouldn't play it because something about the game was like exceedingly bad. He said,
Yeah, it's the game.
so the game, like, is the game bad as in it's like the game mechanics itself make it unplayable, or is it just like, what the fuck did you just throw in here? You just threw in here a mosh pit of bullshit.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's bad. It's a good, and if you put it on the scale of anime games, it's actually pretty good.
Okay,
But
okay.
it
Here's
is
the
pretty
thing, though.
basic.
Yugi Moto is in the game. I can't have a game where Yugi Moto is in a fighting game.
Him and
I'm
Seto
not
Kaiba are both
driving
in the
them.
game.
So they
I
basically just took
see.
any anime character and ran with it.
They really
Yeah.
just went to
Anything Shonen
studios and
Jump
said, "Hey,
owns,
we'll
they
give
were
you
throwing it in there.
$50 if we can make a PNG of your character."
Yeah, because I remember my roommate. He made his character. Then his team consisted of him, Luffy from One Piece, and Goku. Or not Goku. Fucking I forgot the dude's name.
Which
What would
anime?
What would technically be Goku's grandson, Gohan's kid.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
running around with them, and I'm like, what I'm looking at right now, this is making zero sense to me, but I can't look away. This game just looks cool. The last anime game that I played was on Xbox 360. And that was Naruto Path of the Ninja.
Really quickly,
Holy
did y'all just say that Gohan's kid is
Man, you just gave me
Goten?
a flashback.
Jesus.
Did you just say that Gohan's kid is Goten?
Mikey did.
It's Pan.
Yeah.
Either way,
Okay, so I knew DJ was
So-
wrong. He was trying to get to Goten. I didn't want to be that guy. Actually,
Yeah. No, DJ was like Goku's grandson Gohan, which was his actual like grandfather. I don't know. Like I knew where he was going to, Mikey. Like you were going for Goten.
so DJ made a point to say that we're all in varying levels of fandom here. I can probably guess who's deeper into it. I don't want to be a prick about it.
because it's been forever since I watched anything Dragon Ball. Well, besides the fact that I just did my speed run of the Dragon Ball series, now I'm wanting to do Dragon Ball Z because you guys all have. I haven't yet. I have yet to see anything Dragon Ball Super. So half the characters you guys talk about, like Beerus
It's
and
not good.
Broly, I have no clue who they are.
Who's the original series?
Brawly's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
Broly's
Dragon Ball
20
Z?
years old, dude.
Yeah.
Has like 7 movies out.
Dude, I think I
Vic
might be
Mignogna
getting
Broly is
dementia.
old. Johnny and Bosch Broly is like a year old.
I think I might be getting dementia.
Well, with as much natties as you drink,
I
I
think
believe it.
DJ's not watching Dragon Ball. He's just having natty day watching fucking random bootlegs on YouTube.
Okay, that's just a fact. Let's be honest.
Why is everybody speaking Portuguese? The show doesn't make any sense.
How can anyone follow this?
How do people follow this? I need more money for bourbon and anime.
Dude, I watch so much random shit on YouTube, but that's we're not talking about that. Talking about my YouTube sub boxes. How dare you? Yeah, because it's been at least like 10 years since I've seen at a minimum anything Dragon Ball related, and I didn't know what Super was. All I know is apparently now when they go Super Saiyan, they turn blue.
Correct.
Watch Super. You'll find out.
Yep.
You really won't though, because the explanation is they just do.
Yeah, it's that the
Hey,
form
guys,
before it was too
Toyama's
hard to
doing his
maintain.
best.
Yeah. Red's a lot of shading, so we just did blue. It's a
Yeah.
lot easier to
Give
shade.
give the man a break. He's been doing this a long time.
No,
I'm not blaming
he
him,
should
I'm
have said.
blaming the studio, because he still uses red in the manga, like a lot.
Yeah, no, he's even straight up said that the reason like why Trunks' hair changes from time to time is because he doesn't go back and check what the actual color is supposed to be. He's like, I think it was this one. All right, we're going with that.
Oh, that
Okay,
too.
close enough. He's going through a phase.
Yeah.
That too, but no, for the animation, the studio uses blue in a lot of creative ways, whereas the manga just doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just use. To be fair though, I think God just looks a lot better than Super Saiyan God, but that's my.
Oh yeah.
That's my opinion.
See, that's where I start getting lost when all of a sudden, like playing something as simple as Xenoverse, where you can pick a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and I'm like, why does it say Super Saiyan twice? Why is he called a God? Why is he blue?
No, it's Blue Jita. That's all you need to know.
Blue G.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Blue Ku, Blue Jita. That's all you need to know.
Goku.
Yeah, it's that simple, Deej.
Oh man.
So what's the power? It's just ascended. They turn blue.
Yes,
Yeah, pretty much.
that's
a
literally
long
just
way
it. They're
from the
so
original
strong, they're
hack
blue
games.
now. The original what games? I'm sorry.
Hack.
Oh, okay. I thought you said hat, and I was like,
Remember,
what do you mean?
it was just Final Fantasy, but with the hack skin on it.
Okay, to be fair, Dot Hack is better than Final Fantasy. Let's just admit that.
I'll
Oh,
say
yeah.
that. I'll admit
I'll
that.
say it. I don't.
Fantasy fans can fight me. I'll take multiple at once. I don't give a shit.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
couldn't fight you. Let's be honest.
What, DJ?
Final Fantasy fans can fight me. I'll take on multiple. Let's
I'm
go.
tired of hearing about the greatest video game ever made. Is it a good franchise? And are there some really banger games? Yeah, but shut the fuck up. We've been hearing it every year for the last 28 years. I'm sick of this shit already.
It's the
Dude,
Dude,
elitist fan
seriously,
base.
it's one of the ones that need to end.
It's the elitist fan base of like I respect the franchise. The most Final Fantasy I have under my belt was Final Fantasy X, and once I was recreationally able to play Blitzball, I said fuck the rest of this game. I'm just gonna play Blitzball, and that's all the
Yeah.
Final Fantasy I've ever played.
Like the old games were good, but yeah, it's gone on too goddamn long. It's kind of like the Fast and Furious franchise. It needs to end.
Eventually, someone's gonna end it for you. Do it before disaster strikes.
Seriously.
Yeah, Final
Get the
Fantasy is
crap
the guy that
director.
beat in high school, and then it's
What?
like never let it go.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, I respect the franchise. It's had a long, prosperous life, but now it's just like, okay, you're making all these sub games and mini games that people don't care about. They want to know what happens next. That way, we can get closer to this bitch being over. And now here you are putting out a prequel from E3. It's like the Sons of Babylon or some shit like that. And apparently that's in the Final Fantasy universe, but has nothing to do with the storyline that we've been presented.
Yeah.
DJ,
But-
like real question right now.
Yes.
How far away do you think they are before they give it to some young hotshot producer who doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know the franchise, and ruins it and goes down in history as that guy?
I mean, Bungie did it pretty quickly when they gave it to 343. So it could be the next. It could be the next dev team that does it.
Not even a fan. I would like it to end on a respectful note, and that way it earns all the shit talking it's done over the years. I would actually be
Yeah.
disappointed if they made this garbage title that they got shit on, and instead of letting it die, fans are now forever stuck in this loop of, oh, well, the series could have been better. We should restart it. We should do this. We should do that. And they just hound the company and keep Square Enix or whoever is taking it over at the time, because you never know. The industry gets nuts from working on future projects because they have some serious talent.
Well, because then if you shut down Final Fantasy, you'll have all these other like long running anime games that people are going to be like, hey, you should shut this one down too. Because then who's to say they don't go, hey, since you shut down Final Fantasy, it's an anime game too. Why don't you shut down Pokemon? Just because they're in the same realm. But Pokemon isn't a long running storyline where people are just like, when is this going to end? It's, hey, we made another game. Here's some Pokeballs. Go catch some weird shit. We
To be
threw some
fair,
letters
I
together, and
think
that's what they called it.
one gonna end. I feel
I
like
just
Pokemon's
stopped-
been going on for too long. In my
I just
opinion.
stopped
I'll be
caring.
honest.
I just stopped caring.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's-
Pokemon
that's when I
fans will
think
be
it's
like,
gone on
"Oh,
too
the new
long.
game's good." They won't tell you it's the greatest thing of all time, and
Yeah.
you should not play other games because some other fandoms are like that.
But
Mm-hmm.
Teach, think about it. If you can say, as a nerd, oh man, monsters with powers fighting just doesn't interest me anymore. That means it's gone on too long.
I mean,
Fair.
you're right.
Yeah.
Like, when is that uninteresting? Like, let's be honest.
That's why they had kaiju battles when they had the giant Pokemon. They needed to spice it up a bit.
Because kaiju are sick.
Yes, they are.
I will admit that was actually kind of cool to watch. When they brought the kaiju thing out, I'm like, dude, this is actually kind of cool to look at.
Exactly. And
That
now
reminds me.
monsters fighting is boring. It's dead. Just put it away.
I
Put it on
mean,
the shelf.
I mean, heck, there's even other development teams that are doing basically the same thing, but not calling it Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I will get those, like, if you get the emulators and you get like those like bootleg versions that are like
Oh my
completely
God, are you
different.
getting the waifu Pokemon game.
No,
Oh,
not that
God.
one.
Are you
No,
sure?
there's like where you could get
That
like you could play
sounds
Gen 3, but you get like Gen 6 Pokemon in it. Like it's what is it? Like it's based on the map of like Emerald and Pearl. No, this is like an actual. It's like a ROM. Like if you get an emulator on your computer or whatnot.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like they have a ROM where like it's just like someone's made their own version of it, and those are actually really fun.
okay.
But yeah, it's not like the original thing, which is why the the regular Pokemon stuff needs to end. They just need to stick with stuff like that because that'd be really cool.
Like if I think the only difference here between for me anyway when it comes to like Pokemon ending and Final Fantasy ending, with Pokemon ending it's just like, oh yeah, there's we'll always remember that part of my childhood just because it like age 7 I was watching that shit. But then with Final Fantasy you have this one franchise again. I don't know fuck all about it.
Changes every game.
They finally end it, and it's like, okay, you guys still at least have the ability to still play these games and relive it. It's never gonna fully die. With Pokemon, I can slowly see that turning into, okay, you can hold on to your games themselves, but you're probably not going to play them. They're just going to turn into collectibles, kind of like your Pokemon cards. Get them PSA graded, sell them to a bidder, make your money, retire.
I mean, do I see that happening in the future? Probably
Fuck
yes,
no.
but like anytime soon, no. The Pokemon franchise in itself, between games and the show, is like the most grossing like product or franchise to date.
It's the highest grossing game to date right now.
Yeah, and I love the games. I just hate the new animation styles that they did. Like they just ugh.
And at the end of the day, with the Pokemon games, no matter how many you put out, it's the same shit. You leave mom's house, you go get a starter, you get Pokeballs, and you battle until you can beat the Final Four or Battle Tower. And then you just go shit on your friends in multiplayer.
That is the fun part.
True.
Well, I mean, you did that because you had a Game Shark, fucker.
Oh yeah, I had a Game Shark. I had the book. I had the booklet with all the codes for all the games.
God, I remember when
It even had a CD. It even had a CD. It had like a little CD that you could like, what was it? You could put into your computer, and it would update for new. It would update for new cheat codes for games.
Does anybody else just imagine the chairman of EA is hooked up to a giant Game Shark for a life system?
Yes.
In microtransactions for players in sports games. Yeah, but essentially that's what it was. That's what it was every single time. Like, granted, I forgot the last game that I had. I ended up giving it away to one of my buds because I had a 3DS and I wasn't playing it. I just straight up wasn't using it. Now I wish I didn't. But Wonder Trade, I would just go out and get some of the most low tier Pokemon, and I would just go throw it into Wonder Trade, and hopefully I got lucky.
I would say it's either Black and White or X and Y. It's one of those two. That or the Gen 3 remake.
I think it was the Gen 3 remake. Wasn't it like Soul Sapphire or some shit?
Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? Yeah.
I think I had Alpha Sapphire. And I was just throwing Weedles and Zigzagoons into Wonder Trade, hoping to get lucky that somebody was just like made a mistake or they parted with it. So I traded Zigzagoon, I get back a Zigzagoon. I'm like, you fucking cheapskate.
You know, I will never forget that time I traded a
I don't want to hear it
for a fucking shiny Darkrai.
Spike's so loud you scared the shit out of me. Sorry, Brandon.
Yeah, DJ does that.
I was so pissed off when he said that he got a shiny Darkrai off of trading a Weedle.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, this is literally impossible. You have to go to some convention in Japan to get this shit, and I got it off a Wonder Trade.
Yeah, these are regional exclusives. I just got it off a Wonder Trade, guys.
That actually reminds me. I know me and Adrian have. Has anybody else done like gaming at conventions? Because the scene is dramatically different from your everyday casual fan.
No.
It depends on the.
I've been there with you guys do it, and it's funny as hell.
I've never been to a convention of any sort.
I've been to conventions where they have like they'll have like a Smash tournament because Smash is just the game to play, all the way down to QuakeCon, where QuakeCon is just a glorified 3-day LAN party.
I mean, that's not amazing though.
It's great. Cool. Everybody stinks though, because nobody wears deodorant anymore.
There are people that literally walk around cons as like, with a bunch of like just deodorant and spray and shit like that, and start spraying down cosplayers.
I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna cosplay as Lysol Man, and I'm just gonna douse everybody in spray.
You could, and you know what? Everyone would love you. No one would hate you for it.
You got to
No, I
cosplay
wouldn't.
as a Rainbow Six character, but instead of magazines on your tac vest, it's all fucking axe cans.
Dude. Cosplay as T'Chaka, and then I just start spraying deodorant at people out of a turret.
Hell yes. The only reason I brought it up is just because I've done a little bit of gaming, and it's crazy because I'm not big in like the Pokemon thing. I did the bit years ago. I'm not as active as I used to be. When you go to a con, man, people kick that shit up to the next level, especially now in the modern era. You see social
Oh,
media
yeah.
posts, you see people setting up fan events, and like you can walk into what's just an empty room where they designated for people to sit, and the fans have now set up either their own tournament or party, or even on oh man, it was at Fanime. There was a whole room where people who played mobile games or Switch or anything like that just had space to organize and do their own shit. And they did everything from a Pokemon Go tournament where whoever got lucky and caught the highest things won free tickets to some of the events there. It was Smash tournaments where like real money was on the line, or people who were doing like high value Pokemon trading so they could get their specific build and load out for Pokemon. I'm not taking it back.
I
For
wouldn't
the
know any
stats
different.
they had been grinding for and like the tournament level shit they want. It's crazy, especially since when we were kids we're just like, okay, if I learned dig, surf, or earthquake, I am unstoppable.
Oh, I know.
It's
I'm gonna
fucking
earthquake all these motherfuckers.
fucking
the way
go
to
to
do
a
it.
convention. People are like, oh, so you don't have your shiny Lucario with a max EVs and all this shit. I'm like, what? What?
That's when I gave up on Pokemon. Was when they started doing that crap.
When
That's
Pokemon had
competitive
terminology,
though.
I
That's
was
like
out.
actual competitive
Competitive
shit.
anything, man.
Dude, I gave
Yeah.
up on Pokemon. How many evolutions does Eevee have now?
Like
Yeah,
20.
Yeah, I gave up after the original 4 added Umbreon and Espeon. I'm like, yep, never mind. This is too complicated now. And I could to get I might have this flipped around. So excuse me in advance. You can only use Eevee at night to get Espeon. You can only use Eevee during the day to get Umbreon.
Flip it.
Like that's
Flip it.
Wow.
flip it.
Yep.
Okay,
Other way around.
so switch that. And I'm like, dude, I had to schedule a time of day to use this bitch. No, nope.
All you had to do was just change the time on your like Game Boy or the DS or whatever, and
That is
literally
way
just
beyond DJ.
yeah, I was about to say because
You're asking a lot of me,
Man,
dude.
Because
couldn't
having
fix
to
a
do
light
that-
bulb on a lava lamp.
seriously,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
literally
fuck
all,
the audience. He doesn't know how to change
Change it, just toss the whole thing.
chain on a bike.
because how you got Umbreon in like older games, I don't know if it's still the same, but like you had to literally play from midnight to 1 in the morning, and that's the only time you can evolve him. So it's like if you don't get it in that hour, you have to either wait for the next day or switch the time on your DS back to that time.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered to do any of that. I was like, I just want to play the game.
Oh, I fucking did it because I love Umbreon.
Like, it's not anime or anime gaming related, but I remember I was doing that when I was like heavy into achievement hunting on Halo 4 for a certain achievement. You had to jump off of the drive a warthog off of this ledge at exactly midnight, and I missed it about 12 different times, so I had to keep changing my time zone just to get it. And I'm like, dude, this isn't worth it for 5 gamer scoring. I'm not having fun right now. I'm tired.
I can't imagine achievement hunting in Halo.
Creature.
Oh, I know. I think the most amount I did when I did play a little bit of Halo was just trying to get the skulls. That was it. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
Fair.
I wasn't trying to do that shit.
Like, especially with the skulls in original Halo, to actually use the skulls, you had to find them in the map first, like in a campaign playthrough, and then you could use them. And that's when things got mixy. Now they just give them to you. But mostly, besides the actual like achievements that require you to do specific things, the biggest ones that I go for is complete a run under par time and on legendary difficulty, and solo.
Lasso.
Oh yeah, then the fucking lasso run. That's gonna be a pain in the dick. For those that don't know, lasso stands for legendary all skulls on. So
I
basically,
haven't heard those words
I
in a
remember
very
when that
long
was a thing.
time.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm playing
saving
that on
throw,
Reach.
catch.
That on Reach is, that's a run.
Saving throw, catch, berserk, no HUD. Enemies always charge, they never flinch.
That one was great.
Can't see your gun, so you don't know
Also
what you're holding.
fantastic. Just remember.
I did this to myself.
Exactly.
You have no one to blame but yourself.
And you deserved every bit of it.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
true. I made the decision, but damn, I needed at least a little bit of sympathy. Shit.
Remember when games were hard?
Oh,
I played
yeah.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, I remember them.
That was the best.
And now, if I
It
have
really
to,
was.
if I actually want a challenge, I literally have to go towards like a Souls game because everything else is too easy nowadays.
You're just bad at Souls games.
Speaking of Souls, and then just to
It's
bring it
not-
back to
even
anime.
then, once you get used to those games are easy too.
Exactly, yeah.
Speaking of Souls games, and then bringing it back to anime, because that's supposed to be our topic.
Right.
Yeah, DJ.
Code Vein.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I'm gonna be useless.
played like half of it and I stopped. I got bored real quickly.
Don't
That
like
bad?
hacky slashes. So.
Yeah.
It's that bad?
It
Nah.
just got boring
I
for
didn't
me.
like it.
Ugh, damn.
I don't
think
want
the
to
thing
beat
is,
up too
no one
hard.
here likes hack and slashes.
I mean,
It's
I'm
not like a
okay with them. Like
gimmicky one,
Ninja
though.
Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden was the shit.
I mean, I'll play Devil
Ninja
May
Gaiden
Cry
was also cool.
all day if I want to.
That's terrible.
You're terrible.
I mean, I am, but you know.
He's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not wrong, but I am right.
I'm not out here playing DMC. Like, geez.
No,
Yeah.
when we got to do a hot take episode, and I'm gonna ship everybody a crate of strong zeros. We're gonna have a few of them before we start recording.
You're gonna have to
We'll
edit.
on
You're gonna
each
have to edit out a lot of what I say. I'm gonna be honest.
other.
He
Brandon's
is
just gonna be
Mr.
like, "Well,
Hot Take.
we recorded for 2 hours. We have 30 usable minutes."
I. Yeah.
Sorry for that cutaway, but y'all get heated.
It's like 2 hours of footage and only 20 minutes. We can actually use of it, and the first 15 is us talking about how our day was.
We might even have to cut some of that out. Like,
True.
to be honest.
Well, no,
If
and
Fraser
DJ
drinking and
probably.
talking about his day.
Yeah.
They ran out of chocolate milk, and I'm pissed.
That bitch from Konosuba.
That bitch from Konosuba cut me off in traffic.
We need Sergio in here for that one.
No.
No. He's busy setting up his house. Give him some time. Oh man. I
No.
had a question for y'all though. Unless
up?
what DJ is about to say is important.
Oh no, I was just gonna say back to anime that I was just gonna have a terrible segue. Might even beatbox a little bit.
Okay, I'm interested. Go on.
No,
No.
no,
No. We're in.
Fucking do it.
It's not like
No.
you said you wanted to blow the Wu-Tang Clan. Just send it.
9's a lot.
it's also just like
Objectively
back to the topic.
Yeah, that was cringe. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
You asked me to do
go
it.
on.
DJ.
2000 shit I've heard all day.
Yeah, that was terrible.
No shit.
Why didn't
I
you
was.
just, why didn't you just
Fucking
not say
DJ
it?
AM?
No, just go away.
I tried to say no, but you peer pressured me.
Then you explained yourself, and I'm like, well, you have to do it now.
Oh my god.
I'm a victim here. Audience, help me.
What was my question? Oh, right.
Good question.
Anyways,
Question about a question.
so DJ, I know we talked about you going to conventions, but I don't actually know what you did there. All I know is you dressed in a very specific attire, which I will never let you live down. And then, by the way, audience, if you're curious about what that is, I mentioned it in episode 2. Never explain it, so keep waiting. Anyways,
I can send a
What did
picture of
you
it to
do
Brendan. He
there?
can put on the Twitter.
no,
Oh,
no,
oh no!
Let's not
I
get
I
banned.
have that picture
yeah,
still.
let's not do that.
I
That's
think
not
we
okay.
should.
That is archived, my friend.
If my volume jump really high.
Dude, I
That's-
thought I was so cool back then.
You really did, and
You were the epitome of edgelord back then.
yeah.
Going to conventions, and I'm like cringing myself now looking back at all of it because I'm like, dude, I'm going to a convention. These are my people. But my
So
first,
on that topic though, what did Edgelord DJ do back at conventions? I'm very curious because as far as I'm aware, you didn't watch shit. You didn't really play too many games. You were just that guy.
I was just that guy that's watched a couple of animes because Like even though my first like true anime that I watched and got into was Fruits Basket, what kept me interested is I discovered fan service, and
Motherfucker.
so a bunch of my friends from years ago, they offered me if I wanted to go to this convention. The convention in question is Anime Boston. I think it's still considered the biggest one in New England. I think, but I didn't know what a convention was or what you're supposed to do there. They kind of just told me you should come with us. Okay. Bring a costume. I am not a cosplayer in the slightest. I am not a costume maker in the slightest. But I do know,
motherfucker, you were born for it.
But I do know that
That's true.
before we
wear
left,
uniform every day. That's cosplay.
true. But in this case, I didn't make any of the props. I did not make anything. But I will admit there was a Spirit Halloween store we had to stop to on the way to Boston, and I picked up my costume.
Oh no. Everyone's first con, stop shopping at a Spirit Halloween.
Oh, my next
I
convention.
Still do that.
My next convention, I leveled up. I bought a morph suit from morphsuit.com.
No, you went down.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Because these two know the person I know that wears
I know
more
exactly
suits.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I don't want. Let's not get into that level
Let's
of
not
cringe
talk
just
about
yet.
that,
Let's
man.
ease into cons before we just.
Balls deep.
like let's just cannonball into this deep end.
Yeah.
But so I was very new to the scene. I didn't know what was going on or what I was doing. All I know is my friends said, "Hey, we're gonna come here. There's gonna be a lot of people dressed up in costumes too, so you don't need to feel weird." And we're just gonna go around. We're gonna go around. We're gonna do things. Okay, what things are we gonna do? We don't know until we get there. So we get there, check in our weapons, have them zip tie my weapon to my holster because the plastic gun that was in the holster is definitely gonna hurt somebody. Mm-hmm.
It's Boston.
And yeah.
Very true. Very true. But we're walking around this convention hall. We get the schedule, and the first thing that we see is there's a panel for the very first English dub for the first episode of Attack on Titan, and we ended up going and seeing that. I've never watched Attack on Titan before. I was terrified at what I was looking at. Giant people eating people? Fuck out of here.
Oh, then you'd hate Goblin Slayer.
I love Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, Goblin Slayer's good.
But
Who was that?
it was a good experience, but at the same time, especially since it was my first time, it was kind of, I guess I could say nerve-wracking because everybody's like walking around in their costumes, and I'm nervous as shit. Maybe it's because I was wearing booty shorts and a tight-fitting T-shirt. But I felt like everybody was looking at me. People were asking me to take pictures, and I'm just standing there, and they're like, "Come on,
7 feet tall.
yeah,
They've never seen him giant before.
in
They've
booty
never seen a
shorts."
7 foot tall
Fuck,
black
you were
man
the Titan.
before.
And then
He was the kaiju.
And then people were like asking me to pose and if they could pose with me, and I'm just like, I don't know these people. They're touching me. Somebody's touching my ass. Somebody grabbed my ass. Somebody just grabbed my ass.
It was you.
That's happening. That's happening. But we went into like the dealer's room where I bought some awesome artwork. For those that are familiar with the show Breaking Bad and the show Avatar, I bought a custom portrait of Heisenberg's head, but with the Aang arrow on him.
That's pretty dope.
That's kind of fucking funny.
Yeah.
Found the leather workers. I think it's called a Fletcher. And I bought a pair of gauntlets, a pair of greaves, steampunk, and some steampunk gloves, and some steampunk goggles. And then, next thing you know, out of nowhere, I hear this loud, horribly orchestrated techno music start playing.
Yep.
Boy, you found
What?
that group.
Walk out, and I see these two people dressed up in fursuits holding up this sign that just says Furry Parade on it. And you see a slew of people in either A, fursuits, or B, people just wearing cat ears and paws dancing while they go down this escalator. And they're just doing this throughout the entire convention center. I look at my friends who brought me here, and I'm like, you did this. You didn't have to bring me here, but you did this. That's in my memory forever now. I want you to understand this. I thought it was only at that convention that they do that. No, they do it every day at every convention ever here. Nothing against furries. I'm just like that. That was new. That was my first time ever seeing anything like that.
It happens pretty intermittently over here. Sacramento, not so much. San Jose, all the time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's its own monster right there.
San Francisco.
I don't want to talk about
No
that one.
comment.
Yeah, I don't-
Someone's
That's what I
gonna
thought,
cancel
guys.
me if I share my opinions on San Francisco. So let's just move along.
Let's just start with no issues with the culture of San Francisco. The people of San Francisco, though. Hi,
yeah.
Savages.
Savages. All right, Boomer Pete, calm down.
Anyways, back to DJ.
I think it was kind of reassuring because everybody there was just so friendly. Like you can go up and talk to anybody unless they were like that hardcore otaku or weeb that want to like critically judge your cosplay because of insert minute detail here. Like I want to say out of the thousands of people that I interacted with, I had like I want to say a handful come up to me in my quote unquote cosplay, and they're like, "You're not even dressed up as an anime character. What are you doing here?"
Okay, those people are just pricks.
Yeah, honestly.
And they've probably never seen Reno 911.
You don't understand the gem that is this suit.
If they saw the show, they'd be like, you know what? That's pretty good.
By the way,
It's-
audience, that's your first hint.
Well, at that point, it goes down to one or two people if they have seen it.
Exactly.
Mine or Nick Swartzen's character.
I was waiting for someone to walk up to you. Who put their dick in the peanut butter?
No, but everybody was so
displayed.
but everybody was so friendly. The only part of the convention experience that I had where I was like genuinely concerned and scared was now where this convention center is. It's a convention center inside this huge ass shopping mall. Like this place is massive, and they don't serve food in the convention center. We had to leave the convention center with keep our badges on and go to the food court, which was on the other side of the fucking mall. So we're walking past, we're walking to the food court, and all these people are just like eyeballing us up and down. Some people are just, especially with me, a guy my size and what I'm wearing, there was a lot of, what the fuck is that?
Well, Deej, if it makes you feel any better, with the convention we go to, multiple times it's lined up with weddings. That was hilarious.
God.
Oh yeah. There was a quinceañera one. Quinceañera, or how do you
What's
say
a
it?
quinceañera? Oh
Yeah.
my god, I
That
forgot.
was last year.
Ruined some girl's 15th birthday party.
Yeah.
Imagine
It was
it being
funny too
a
is that
special day.
everyone there. The parents were like weird about it, but all the kids and everything were like, yeah, no, fuck it, we're done with this party. We're going into the con. Like they were all like full dressed up and everything, and they were at the
Wait,
con having
are
the
you
time of their
talking
life.
about Sacramento or San Jose?
There was one in Sacramento as well.
Okay, because the San Jose one was a little different, bro. That shit was hilarious, though.
Oh, okay, I remember that one.
It was
No,
someone's
say that one.
graduation, and they had a whole caravan of lowriders taking the kids to like prom and shit. And they're like, "Yo, what's going on here?" And we're like, convention. There's a rave tonight." And they're like, "We'll be back." And sure enough, they all showed up in their fucking prom outfits to the rave.
Oh, guys.
No, but that was at least for my first experience. That was like the weirdest part where I was genuinely uncomfortable. It was like everybody was just looking at me, but the one person that gave me reassurance, this random con goer, and he's apparently really notorious to show up at a lot of conventions around New England. He's this dude that is 6'10", 325 pounds, and he dresses up as Misty from Pokemon, and he's just known as Man Misty.
Yeah, we got a couple of those.
And
We
he
know
saw
who
that I
he
was
is all the way out on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah. But he saw that I was like I was standing in line to get some Chinese food, and he walks up behind me and he sees that I'm looking at everybody who's looking at me, now us, since he's behind me, and he just tells me, he goes, "Don't worry, you get used to it." they're harmless. They won't touch you. I'm like, holy shit! Hi.
Holy shit! Attack on the Titan music starts.
Honestly.
But we sit down, we all get to know each other. I like my friends met his friends, and we exchange information. And now when we do go to cons, we meet up with each other. It's a great group experience, especially when you're back in the hotel room and you have a shit ton of alcohol on your persons, and they don't do room checks.
Nope.
It's a
They
good
do
time.
not. Oh. Yeah, no, we have. Oh. Wow. Sorry, I hurt myself. I dropped something. Never mind. Ignore me.
But I like the fact that you did bring up the rave. Here in New England, raves are illegal, so we can't call it a rave. We have to call it an informal dance party.
We're in the middle of that controversy at the moment over on this side of the state or
Are you
country.
serious?
Yeah,
Yep.
because like 2 years ago, the city made an ordinance saying you have to have special permits and safety regulations, all kinds of crazy shit. So they're figuring it out.
Because the Anime Boston, they had what was called the formal dance party, where you basically take whatever character that you're cosplaying, and then you would put them in formal wear. So you had like your Sasuke's and that. I'm sorry to any Naruto fans. I've never seen Naruto a day in my life. The dude that has his headband covering one eye,
Kakashi.
Kakashi.
Kakashi and all them dressed as if they were still wearing you still know it's them, but now they're in formal wear. Girls wearing dresses, but you still know what anime character it is. I just took a pair of tuxedo slacks and I cut them down to Daisy Duke size, and I went to the formal dance party.
In my opinion, right idea.
Christ. Don't know why. That is the funniest thing in the world to me. Because I know what you look like.
I was like, dude, I want to be a part of the festivities. This is my first convention. I want to be as involved as humanly possible. Why the fuck not?
That's great. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, I was scared. I was we got there Thursday night, but it didn't start till Friday. So between Friday was the day where I was nervous as shit. By Friday night, I was having so much fun. If there was a panel that didn't interfere with another panel that we wanted to go to, I'm running up and down these hallways. I'm like shaking people's hands. And if you saw a Waldo, you're mandated to chase after him for a little bit. And if you catch him, you have to glomp him.
I hate that word.
Luckily, we didn't have too much of that going on over here at our times going to cons, because I'm not going to lie, I don't like being touched by anybody, especially strangers. I probably would have dropped someone.
Oh yeah.
You probably would have drop kicked somebody.
Seriously, and everyone would have been surprised too.
Yeah.
Well, saw that. He fell.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I find it funny with people that would cosplay as Waldo. And I'm like, they're going to do it. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, why?
It's fun.
Haha, funny meme.
I didn't think that'd actually catch me, though. Yeah, dude, don't let my size fool you. I'm quick, goddamn. I'll take you to the floor.
Hey, your legs
You
are
are
the size of actual
trained.
trees, bro. Surprised you're not in the Olympics.
I'm not Greek.
Yeah, that is a whole other thing.
But that's what I loved about my first con experience. Is like it was such a good time. Everybody was friendly. The informal dance party was fantastic. That's what even though I've listened to a lot of techno before, it was at this convention that I discovered hardstyle and hardcore, and I'm like, dude, this is it for me.
It's a different beast when you go experience it in person.
Seriously.
It really is.
I was like, I've got my glow point with me. I'm shuffling. There's some dude that's just sitting there gloving in front of me. Like, and he's just like, "Are you entranced?" Nice fingers, bud. I'm gonna be over here now.
I'm gonna go sit over here now. Thank you. Have a good day.
That's. Oh, and then on Sunday, the dealer's room. With the dealer's room. Hey, so we really don't want to take this back, so we marked it down 70%. Can you just buy it?
Oh, fun fact about not taking it back on the day of. One time at the end of the convention, for whatever reason, there were like 6 dudes standing in front of the convention center with like a pallet of Mountain Dew Baja Blast. And they're like, we
Yo.
may have overbought and we need to drive home within the hours. So everybody please take a box. We don't care. And they
Like
were
that.
just
We
giving away
stocked up.
Baja Blast.
Oh yeah. Was it also when the monster energy truck would show up too? Just start
That was-
handing out like their
Yeah,
their
that
new
was
stuff.
a promotional thing though. These guys were just idiots.
Yeah, but even then, like that was really cool too because they would show up with like a big ass lifted Chevy.
Yeah, no, that used to happen too, and they would take your picture, they'd ask you a few questions, no big deal. I just can't get over the fact that I don't know what in these guys' minds made them think that they were gonna drink a pallet of Mountain Dew Baja Blast over the course of 4 days, but they didn't.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was
they
no
weren't-
way there was no way that was
I
gonna
thought they
happen.
were selling it. Were they selling it, or did
No,
they bring it for
they were
themselves?
just giving it away. For whatever reason, they thought, yeah, a pallet should last us 4 days. Hmm. It technically did.
Did
Yeah,
they were not
It
wrong.
lasted them another 40, but you know, no big deal. I think they genuinely expected more of their friends to show up, and they just didn't.
Like we were
I
expecting
don't
a
know
crew.
how that happens.
We were expecting 25 of us, but instead only 3 came.
Yeah,
A
we
lot of
don't
friends
have
at
that
cons,
issue.
dude.
Yeah,
Dude, we meet most of our friends at the cons.
that is
Like,
true. Or you'll meet people
Without
there you
getting
didn't even know we're going.
Without
Yeah.
getting super into detail, Fraser, do you remember that last back anime in downtown where we were drinking at the piano bar and it was like, oh yeah, we hang out with our group, and then another group showed up, and then another group showed up, and before long it was like 30 people, and there was just a mountain of bottles openly on the table, and the hotel was just like, don't make a mess, you guys will be fine.
Yeah, you ain't being too. Yeah, it was literally. You guys aren't being too rowdy. It's not that big of an issue. Just keep it to a reasonable.
4 a.m. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, cons are wild, man. You just meet a different breed of people out there.
Different breed of people, but they're people that you can make friends for life there. Like out of my D&D group, 3 of them I met at cons.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
No, like the anime group the group that we go to the cons with now all the time. Me and Mikey met because one of them was doing was a photographer, and I was doing a cosplay of Riddick, and he loved it. And we just started exchanging information, and now we're going to hang out with them this coming con.
And we do car shows, and then whenever we're available, last time they were in town, I was sick as a dog because I had my COVID shot. But like, we genuinely hang out with these people and we do shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great community out here. It's a lot of fun.
I mean,
meeting DJ.
there's a difference meeting DJ than meeting DJ at a con. Just like, okay, this big
I
man
don't
in
think
booty
there's a
shorts just trying to hug
difference.
me.
No, I feel like you just dress like that at the house.
Yeah.
Hey, what I wear in my bedroom is my business, okay?
Not when you're showing it to everybody else.
I mean, true, but still.
Like, we have pictures of you that we could put on Twitter if you're not like shy about it.
I don't care.
They're on his
I'm
Twitter.
gonna say that, and then all of a sudden next week, I really do care now.
No, I wouldn't give a single solid shit. Hell, dude, I still have embarrassing pictures from when I was 18 and freshly in the military. There's one of me wearing an Insane Clown Posse t-shirt, bunny ears, and a bunny tail, and green skinny jeans.
Oh no.
Yeah.
DJ, I didn't need that description because now I need to bleach my brain.
Granted, this is also before I was 285. I want to say I was at that time my heaviest of like 190, like 197. I was a stick.
No, yeah, it doesn't.
It's not good.
The weight
Were you
wasn't the
sipping on
cringe part of
Fago,
it by
dude?
any means.
Yeah, no, that had nothing to do with it.
Again, me 10, 11 years ago, I thought I was the coolest scene kid of all fucking time because I was still in that scene and goth phase.
Those two words contradict each other.
Yeah.
Oh no, because One day you'd see me in short pants, another day you'd see me in skinny jeans. One day I'm wearing a Cradle of Filth shirt. Next one I'm wearing a shirt that says I made you a muffin, but I eated it.
I
Yeah. Alright,
I bet
yeah.
you like bro job.
DJ.
DJ. Oh, I don't like the way you laughed at that. Do you listen to bro job? I swear.
Oh no, I don't listen to Bro Job. I've heard of it
Okay.
though.
I was about to leave this call so
Side note,
fast.
they just dropped a new album.
Don't tell me that.
Be like, hey, yo, this is gonna be a short podcast.
Like, yo, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to be here anymore.
Dude, I thought I was an edgy cringe lord. Add to boot, I could wear costumes and go to these conventions where other people are edgy cringe lords wearing costumes. Sign me up. Sign me the hell up.
I don't. I
He
can't.
broke him.
I can't.
Dude,
I can't.
Then my next convention, I took a picture with my. It was with my buddy Greg. He was cosplaying his D&D character, and I'm still wearing my dangles because that's always my day one costume. But there's a picture of him trying to kill Jesus and me stopping him because there's a guy cosplaying as Jesus.
There's always that
There's
guy.
always a guy cosplaying as Jesus.
He's usually
Yeah.
European too, which is kind of weird.
No, this guy was white. He looks like Buddy Christ from Dogma.
Europeans
Oh
are
my
white,
God.
DJ.
Actually, that actually brings me to a question. What would you say you guys would what was your most cringy cosplay you've seen at a convention?
Me as Jim Dangle.
Man, this is a deep cut right here.
Oh yeah, dude. You oh god.
Cringy
Like something
cosplay.
that just made you just cringe as soon as you saw it.
I got one, but I know I can't say it.
Why not?
Oh, hold on. Let's give some dead silence real quick, just so Adrian can say it. And if Brendan needs to clip it out, he can clip it out.
2 seconds of silence.
Hold on. So Mikey.
Hmm?
He shares a name with someone in this call.
You know a guy named Dravo?
Oh, actually, he does.
I do.
Oh,
You
dude, I was
wanna-
guessing.
Wow.
Do you want to do that one? That's up to you. That's
Yeah, I'll throw him under the bus. If he figures out who he is, I'll link his. It's fine. So, anyways, all right, cutting back in. Hello, audience. We weren't talking about anything.
What's good?
So I have a friend. Not gonna say his name. Please cut that out, by
Thank
the way.
you.
Shout out to the prick.
My guy, like as tall as DJ, like 400 pounds, Hispanic with like a bowl cut and glasses, and he has a
full
custom
beard.
tailored and a full beard. He has a custom tailored made outfit, and he wore makeup and like dress shoes and everything.
in stockings. This
In
motherfucker had
stockings.
fitted stockings.
Okay, I won't link a video of me that's floating around from a Halloween party.
No, you should do it anyways. But my guy, a big boy,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember seeing him. I remember seeing the maid dress, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, is that who I think it is? Not even seeing his face yet. And sure enough, it was. And I never felt more ashamed to be right in my entire.
It hurts. It hits you different, doesn't it?
No comment.
Now,
I'm still trying to
His
think
work
of one for me.
uniform.
now, do
Just
you
keep
want
me
me
for
to
now.
like,
The next day.
cut all that?
Cut out the silent part where he was addressing, and then the whole Dravo thing, because then this way he would know it's linked to him.
Oh, let's just cut all that.
God damn it.
It'll just be a
Cut all
long.
that.
No, just bleep it out the whole thing. Just a 35-second bleep.
Dude, why can't I just find the video of me actually dressed up as a maid?
Why?
As
Okay,
far
let's
as
talk about
cringy
that really
cosplays
quickly.
go. I've
Yeah.
seen so many, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
We've seen
Uh,
Roblox characters, which
I've just
is
seen-
terrible.
I'm not particularly a fan of Furry Jesus. I don't really like that one.
Yeah, that one's a bit
Yeah,
questionable. I don't know.
that one.
Furry
Ugh.
Jesus.
I'm not even kidding. That's a real thing.
You know what? I kind of want to see that.
You really
Google
don't.
it. I'm sure you'll find it.
I've seen somebody like that. Well, I hate to say it like this, not to sound rude or shame the guy, but some fat dude painting himself pink, and he dressed as Majin Buu in a string bikini.
Okay, so that's about where I saw someone do a Batman in a string bikini.
Oh, Fraser, I know the one. Sorry, guys. This memory came flooding back to me instantaneously. So to set the scene, it is Los Angeles during a heat wave. It is 105 degrees at 12 o'clock at night.
God.
Me and Fraser are standing out. Yeah, we're standing out in front of our hotel waiting for the shuttle to pick us up. It's like 5 minutes behind schedule, and it's hot, so we're all bitching and moaning. We're drinking tequila out of Gatorade bottles because we're going to take it into the rave. And getting in line behind us is young Post Malone. He's not cosplaying. He's just a guy in a suit who looks like Post Malone. And we're like, oh, that's the tits. Like, that's the best. Nothing's going to top that. Immediately behind him, a group of frat boys show up, and Black Panther in a gimp suit and a Walmart Black Panther mask. And this boy is heavy in 105-degree weather with 40-mile-an-hour winds.
It's not cool winds either. It's hot wind.
No, it's like a blow dryer. It's just pulling your soul out of your body.
Like, my man's had some weight on him.
Oh, yeah. He's just casually standing in line, staring out into the distance. And he was a super nice, super chill dude, but he was publicly wearing a full-on gimp suit with a Walmart Black Panther mask stuck over the face.
Alright.
Yeah, and he was going like, it's hot as hell in this thing. Like, just like not trying to take it off, but trying to get like enough space between the gimp suit and his body to get air in there.
It's almost like they're made
people
to
were
not
like
do
giving
that.
him. Yeah, people were giving him water and like Gatorade and shit to make sure he wasn't dying on the sidewalk. And it was so funny because this is a 5-star hotel. People are showing up in, I'm not even exaggerating. There were ladies and a couple guys getting out of G-Wagons, brand new Lamborghinis, brand new Ferraris, full two chains out, like pendants, huge gold chains, and like designer everything. These people were wearing probably close to $80,000 in fashion each. And then they get out and the first thing they see is knockoff Post Malone and then a bunch of frat boys cheering on Black Panther in a gimp suit.
Oh, and the same frat boys too, by the way, were going, "Hey, yo, Posty!" And so the guy looked like Post Malone was there with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend started egging it on too. He was pissed. He's like, "I could deal with the frat boys, but babe, what the fuck?"
I gotta say, those are probably my 3 most like cringe moments of cosplay of all time. I've seen some terrible ones, I've seen some horrible ones, but these 3 were like, to be in the moment of them was hurtful to my soul.
Yeah.
I can't ever say I've seen a terrible cosplay just because at the end of the day, an effort was made where you want to like you made an attempt at something.
Like I'm not terrible. We're looking at like just cringy. Like it doesn't have to be terrible. It can be good, but cringy.
Oh yeah.
Context. My opinion of terrible is they went out of their way to do something offensive.
Oh yeah,
that those are things like I'm like, okay, you're kind of abusing the medium here. And I'm not going to single out any particular ones because I don't even want to credit them. But for example, Neil Patrick Hitler.
Jesus Christ.
That's a neat one. That's a neat one. I have no comment on it, but it's interesting.
Holy shit! I wasn't expecting that.
And the thing is, I think I've heard of that too. On top of it, like, I think I've seen an image float around on Twitter with that.
So it would be on Twitter. If it would be anywhere, it'd be on Twitter.
Twitter, Reddit, well, you know.
4chan.
Fucking 4chan.
The 4chan parts of the internet.
Cause especially with the conventions here, I have seen your cringy cosplays as I've listed. Fat Boo in a string bikini. Some people constantly wanting to, and I understand, more power to you, but some people just wanting to gender bend a certain cosplay, and I'm like that. I see it, but it not fitting what I envisioned here, or just the needless fusions of two universes that have nothing to do with each other. Like, how are you going to have Sasuke and Ned Flanders and fuse them together?
Yeah, that's pretty
Same way
funny.
you have
Oh yeah, that's a
Galactus
yeah.
Pikachu.
That's, yeah.
Honestly, I think that's a better character than just Sasuke.
I think almost any character's better than that.
Again, never seen Naruto. The only thing I know is Sasuke is the big sad.
That's literally his entire character. There's nothing else to him. Don't let anyone, unless you were at the movie theater with me and Mikey in the middle of the ghetto, then he's a woman. But I'm not gonna question that guy because he looked like he sold drugs and would kill me.
Just like, yeah, whatever you say. Whatever you say, Hoss. Hell
Whatever
yeah.
you say, boss. I ain't gonna question you.
Look like Rick Ross's pimp.
Anyways, that movie theater was something special. It really was.
I still remember, even though it wasn't a convention, when that first Dragon Ball live action movie came out, Evolutions. We're not going to talk about how shitty it was.
Oh my
no.
god.
Oh
How
no!
dare you bring that up?
I brought it up
you
for
wanted to
I brought it up for a reason. I brought it up for a reason. Before we all went to the movie theater, there was just a big group of us, people that I came there with, and then just random moes that wanted to show up. We had like our own little Dragon Ball fan group meetup outside the movie theater, and we were just like hanging out, kind of like our own little mini convention thing, minus the the attractions, other than the movie theater. And everybody was dressed up as either Goku or Krillin or Chi-Chi or Bulma. I was the only one that dressed up as Mr. Popo.
Okay. We are dropping some hot takes today, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
What's hot? What's the hot take about it? He's cool.
I mean, to be fair, DJ is black, so
Yes.
It works.
we did see one at SAC Anime that was not black, however.
Oh.
Yeah.
To be fair, the year 2007, I believe. So
All right, that makes a lot more sense.
things were not as
Strict.
frowned upon. Strict, yeah, strict is the right word back then.
Okay. I don't think it. No, Adrian, it was newer than that.
It was at the Radisson, Mikey.
Yeah, so that would.
Oh.
Be
That's even older than. Yeah. No, that's even older than that, I think.
I don't think it is.
Because I would have been 8 at the time, and that's around the time I started going.
Yeah.
Maybe 10. I don't know.
I always forget like how young we dragged you into a really aggressive scene.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
an interesting choice, but hey, I was just along for the ride.
It's like,
Man,
hey,
it
we're
was
doing
fun.
something.
Yeah. I'm just bullying,
I wish I got in sooner, because now at my age, I'm like, dude, I could have been doing this so much longer. Because now if I were to go to a convention now at the age of 30 and do the same antics, it would look weird.
I
I don't know what you're talking
But
about.
no.
Shit.
Yeah, dude, we do the same thing all the time.
DJ, you're also talking to the men that were involved in drinking all of the soju in Sacramento County.
That's true.
That wasn't us specifically. That was our.
You
group.
were there.
Yeah, it was our group.
So you had
Adrian,
involvement.
that was Fresno,
Oh, it was Fresno. That's right.
but it was us. It was me, Fraser, Russ, Evan, Julian, and Choppa, and then the two ladies were sharing one or two drinks. We drank 2 beer towers full of soju
Jesus.
before our food was
Also-
done.
Also, really
Yeah,
quickly, shout out Rustage and Evanito, even though I fucking hate Evanito.
Jeez, okay, we'll see if we want to use that one, but sure. We may need to cut that.
No,
But, yeah,
they'll
we
just
did that.
hear.
No,
Oh,
no,
and
but
shout
like-
out to. I hate
No,
them.
I'll just hear a shout out to Rustage and Evanito and just cut
I
them.
literally.
Hey, no,
didn't
Mike, you
use
remember
their
the
actual-
chalice Julian got at Bento Box?
Yes. Fucking Adrian.
So our
I didn't
buddy
use their names
Julie,
for
the
a
same
reason.
guy that killed Soju Towers with us. We went to a place in Sac called Bento Box. It's a really, it's fuck, bad. It's a really good place to get some food that's like really close to the convention center in Sacramento, and a lot of people go. So we end up going there. Our buddy Julius gets a chalice of just liquor. He passes it around the table. Anyone that wants to drink it or that's of age takes a drink or whatnot. And the waiter goes over. He's like, "Yeah, you guys probably won't finish this for like the whole this will probably take you the whole meal." No, once it gets back to Julius, he grabs the thing, downs it before the waiter comes back from dropping it off. Comes back and goes, "Do you guys want another one? Like, who drank all of it?"
Mhm.
That's the type of people we hang out. Yes, I did. I've slipped. My tongue slipped. Julian.
Okay,
Fuck.
I think we should call him Julius when he's drinking. He has an alter ego that lets him down chalices meant for multiple people.
Yeah.
For context,
This thing's meant
that
for like a
chalice
party
was
of
filled
5.
with the strongest Long Island iced tea I've ever even imagined in my life.
Yeah.
I don't care how stupid it sounds. It's a drink I very much enjoy. That thing
Like,
was
he is now
weapon-
Julius. He is now Julius when he's drinking with
chalice.
us.
When he has a chalice, he's
Here's
now
a
Julius.
It looks so fucking hilarious to just see this big man, a one-handed chalice, and as soon as he puts it down, oh, that was a mistake.
What crazy time.
Well, he was still debating whether or not to order another one, too.
Oh,
And
God damn it.
like idiots, how many sake bombs do we have that night?
The fact
Well,
that you have to ask
let's
that.
see. Well, I think was this the winter or summer one? Because it's been so long since we've gone.
That one was the winter one.
Okay, then because I think we each had like 4 or 5. Because
Probably.
again, this thing, the bento box, is almost walking distance from our hotel room as well.
It is walking distance. We were just hammered, so it took longer than it should have.
Yeah, you probably. Oh yeah, you're probably right.
That's how you know you're always gonna. Well, I won't say having a bad time, but when you have to recount and be like, how many insert alcoholic beverages did we have here? Like, how many Jaeger bombs did we have?
Yeah,
That's how you know it was a good night.
if you remember it.
That's
Yeah,
why. That's why I'm happy for the most part. I have like a good recollection of memory after a night of drinking. For the most part, I'll forget minute details, but for the most part, I will remember what the hell is going on. Like especially at conventions, I will remember everything that we did the night prior. I won't know how I got back to the room though. How did I get back to this hotel room? There's no logical way somebody lifted me up the stairs because the elevator was broken. I remember.
Because I broke it.
I can see you guys
How is
doing
it
that.
every con the escalator breaks? Every single
Seriously,
damn time.
Yeah.
seriously.
And my fat ass has to walk up 3 flights of stairs multiple times a
Dude, do you
day.
think they trust us on the elevator? We're the same group of people that, even though we're all in full cosplay, we're gonna try to squeeze 20 of us in this one 3 foot by 3 foot block.
Hold on.
Well, Mikey,
DJ.
remember when we had the guy in full chainmail armor?
Oh, I remember that too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like-
we got okay. Can I set the scene real quick?
Yes.
I want to hear this.
Oh, we brought it up earlier that there are usually weddings, quinceañeras, baby showers, all kinds of events going on at the halls next to the convention center we go to.
Yes, sir.
So this year there's a wedding and we're staying in a hotel that we normally don't. I like this one a lot. The only downside is, and it's not even a bad thing, it's just a nitpick for me. At the very bottom, towards the convention center, is a massive hall, and people rent it out for all these events. We're doing a wedding the day of SAC Anime, and all of the groomsmen get into the elevator with their suits. We're sitting in there, and they're just like, okay, anime t-shirts, a few bags with like a figure or a book or something in there. Not that weird. A man in full 1-to-1 scale real plate armor gets in. And
So
it's
he's an
clinging
extra 100
around.
pounds.
Oh, it's making noise. It's like clanging. He's bumping into stuff, and he's moving around good in it. It's just an elevator with like 7 to 9 people in it already. He has a full live steel sword with it, and he's being very careful and he's being very good about like not damaging anything or bumping into anybody. But he stands there, and you can feel the elevator sink a little bit. These guys just like, what the fuck is going on across the street? And he's just like, anime convention. You should go check it out. And he just looks deadpan forward and doesn't say shit for all 16 floors.
That guy was sick.
Oh, yeah,
Anime
that's so
convention.
Or Mikey, do you remember the year where you guys were on like the 40-something floor and the elevator went down?
Oh my
I
god.
felt
Oh,
that.
that was
Yes.
the best.
I don't even remember getting up the stairs that night. I remember every trip during the day because we had to do a lot of back and forth. It wasn't even that I was drinking. I think the exhaustion, because I didn't drink that day. I think it was really the exhaustion of doing that all day, running around from panel to panel, going to like 2 tournaments, doing the rave, doing the late night comedy show, and then hiking up at like 4 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been it. I'll be honest.
Luckily, I was in shape at that point in my life. So it wasn't as bad. If I had to do that today, I don't know if I'd be in the same good spirits about that trip.
Oh, I would fucking die. I can tell you.
Oh yeah, no, that was bad.
God, this shit was ridiculous. I remember the year after was when our friends, Omar, Angel, and Julian were doing the Gangnam style dancing on the elevator.
my
So when
fucking
people
God.
opened the door,
Yeah.
there was just these 2 massive dudes and then their little brother between them doing that shit, and then they would like miss the elevator and have to wait for a full round trip.
I remember that.
Real quick side note. I don't care how popular people thought that song was. I thought that was the worst fucking song of all time. I hate that song so much.
When it comes to
I-
cons, especially, memes will live and have a life that is completely overblown, and then the next year, it'll be gone. It'll be replaced by something new.
Oh, yeah, like,
Yeah, replaced by the newest meme.
like the meme format where you go into the Apple store, then you play Gangnam Style, and you slowly crank the volume, and you only hope that people get the gist and will start dancing to it.
I
Either
don't
that or
remember
you
that.
brought a-
I don't
Yeah.
even want to
I don't
think about
remember
that
that either.
Okay, so, but real quick. So back to Elevator, right? I just want to bring this up because I just remembered it. This is around the time when Attack on Titan, during season 1, was becoming the biggest fucking anime that anybody could watch. And at most cons, you'll see a bunch of people cosplaying as the one character that they all want to be. In this case, it was people that the guys that had the advanced movement systems, those boxes with the slingshots that come
That
out
is
of them and shit.
every fucking character.
Attack on
dude.
Titan, the boomer thesis.
But these people are now wide loads. My buddy and I,
Cruel boomer's thesis.
my buddy and I, we're waiting in the elevator, and then we just hear, "Oh, hold the elevator." We're not dickheads. We immediately reach our hands out. We catch the sensor as the door shuts, and then we see these 5 girls dressed as Attack on Titan knights with the little box things. And this elevator got really tight knit, really fucking quick, to where one as the elevator landed, got to the bottom floor. One girl knocked into me, and because my thigh was there first, I ended up denting one of her fucking boxes, and she got mad at me.
Yeah, that's
That's how it goes.
a real thing. No, Mikey, remember when we went to Fanime, and there was that girl that got the had the full wings and everything like that was on the shuttle. Like she was having to take everything off and keep it between her legs and whatnot.
I don't think I was on that shuttle ride.
Oh, maybe not. I might have made a separate trip back. But yeah, basically this girl had this full or no, you know what? It wasn't. It was Mercy. It was a Mercy from Overwatch, and she had the full mechanical wings and whatnot. And she actually had to
that's
take
the
the rig
worst.
off, collapse him back down, and just set him in the center of the thing. And the bus driver, who was hella chill, he was like, "That's fine. Guys, I'm getting paid either way. You do you. Make sure your shit's not broken." But it took us an extra 20 minutes just to leave the hotel.
Oh, that is the
Cosplaying
absolute
is
fucking
a
worst.
passion. You have to want to be in it because you will hate it after the first 2 hours. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's a passion. It's definitely it's an art form. That's why people always wanna capsulate and capture the moment when they see a cosplay that they really like, and especially if it's exceptionally well done, you're gonna want photographic evidence that you were there and you saw it. But the other side of that coin is, understand, even though we think you're lovely and beautiful and pretty, and this cosplay is awesome, you're also a hindrance. You're kind of annoying. You're wide, and we have to walk around you, and God knows if we make any sudden movements, your shit's just going to fall to pieces, and you're going to blame us.
Oh yeah.
I'm the opposite end of that spectrum. My cosplays are made by me for me, so if they get damaged, if they get beat up, if they get cracked, I really don't care all that much.
It's because
Especially
you're a
since the
barbarian.
cosplay, a
Your
lot of-
shit needs to be made out of carbonized steel for it to not break.
I have some flimsy pieces. I'm actually missing a piece to my NCR Ranger helmet.
Oh yeah, I remember
Only
that.
some
Yeah.
pieces. This man, only some.
Yeah.
No, for the most part, we can do some pretty low budget cosplays, but they turn out really well, in my opinion.
I know
I
all
mean,
about low budget.
yeah,
Mine
well,
cost
they
me
are, yeah.
$20.
Dude, that's the way to do it. Do something that you're gonna have fun in. If you want that Mastercraft quality of A tier, But if you want to be like, yeah, I'm cosplaying, I'm having fun with my friends, later on it. It's less stress than you. If something breaks, your whole day's not ruined. And sometimes the battle damage looks good. I cosplay a lot of Fallout stuff, so it's pretty well.
Yeah.
Like with
So,
my,
Like,
go ahead.
Who's
no,
going?
no, you got it, dude.
Dude, I've already spoken a lot. Go.
Yeah, really quickly.
Well-
Speaking on cosplay, I now remember the most cursed cosplay I've ever seen in my life,
Oh boy,
and I know
right.
Mikey
Okay.
was there for it. It was Dr.
So now-
Roxo from Metalocalypse in Reno. You remember that?
Yes.
So does
I
anyone
mean-
know what Dr. Roxo looks like? Let's
No.
just start with that. All right, everybody, just Google Dr.
Google it,
Roxo.
audience. Google it.
As soon as you said that, I was just like, I'm on it right now. Because I've seen Metalocalypse, but it's been a hot minute. The only person that stands out to me is Nathan Explosion.
Fair.
Oh, that. Okay.
He was scarily accurate.
Discuss.
Oh, yes, sir.
Needless to say, he won an award in the cosplay show.
Oh, hell yeah. He wins by default. He won when he walked in. Give him the prize money now. Everybody go home.
Seeing that on like a theater lit Reno stage was terrifying. It really genuinely was. I did not want to be a part of that after. That being said, it was a great show.
It was Reno. That was like the second lead cursed thing we saw that show.
Yeah. The most
People who
cursed
were
thing we
running
saw
the
at that
event.
show was pulled pork parfaits. That was disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, it just sounds nasty.
That was the most cursed thing I saw. But the most cursed
Reno
cosplay was
folks
Dr.
are-
Roxo.
Breed.
God.
That guy was scarily accurate. I did not want to look at him. Sorry, that just popped into my mind. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you-
remembered.
Now you're giving me the itch to rewatch Metalocalypse. It's been
You
forever.
should. Yo, Discord night. Watch Metalocalypse on Hulu.
I'm down.
Is it on Hulu?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm down. I never watched that show in my life.
It's funny.
What?
And then to boot,
My
I found
voice cracked?
the new Bill and
Yeah,
Ted
your
is on there
voice
too.
cracked.
So we can definitely set up a movie night and watch some shit.
Oh, we gotta do that.
Like I've seen bits and pieces, like what they'll come up every once in a while on like Adult Swim and shit, but like I never actually sat and watched the full episode.
It's pretty.
None
It's
of the
pretty
bits and
solid.
pieces are pretty much the full episode.
Yeah.
No,
What?
because then you have no contact by corpse grinders and Secret Service assassin for him. Bodyguard.
forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Fred Durst is just playing Fred Durst.
That's all it can do.
You can't hide Fred Durst. Like, let's
No.
be honest.
No, there is no hiding Fred Durst.
Douchebag.
All right.
On that note, fellas, we've been running for quite some time. I think this is a good spot to wrap it up here. What do you say?
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
same thing, and I
Oh
appreciate
yeah,
everyone
we're gonna
coming
have
out to
15
do
minutes
this.
of usable material.
Oh yeah, no, this is a terrible episode. Brandon's gonna cut the shit out of this one. Don't cut this.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate everyone making time to come out to do this. I know this one is a bit of a challenge, but I'm glad everyone's here. I'm glad everyone for listening to us tonight. I've been your host, Siegeland. I here are my hosts of DJ, Brandon, Fraser, and Mikey, and I hope everyone else has a great night. Take care.